deal out the cards, you shuffle them, you deal them out, you deal them one at a time in a clockwise manner until all the cards are gone. You take your cards, you sort them into suits, put the numbers in order, count your points. How much is an ace?
4.
King?
3.
Jack?
2.
I tricked you. I said Jack instead of Queen. Jack?
1.
Queen?
2.
So you add your points together. The person who dealt the cards has the first opportunity to talk to their partner. Now you're going to have, in books, you're going to see where some people let you add length in a suit, some people let you add shortness in a suit, but for us, for today, 12 points.
Patty, you have a question over here?
I'll get to him in just a second. So 12 points. If you don't have 12 high card points in your hand, your first bid is going to be pass. And then the next person, going clockwise, we always go clockwise, is going to look at their hand. And if you don't have 12 points, you're going to say pass. That's food for, I don't have 12 points. And then it goes to the next person in line. And if you have 12 points, you can do something other than pass. And the first person to do something other than pass is the opening bidder. And these are the rules for opening the bidding. If you have 5 hearts or 5 spades, you're going to bid 1 heart or 1 spade. Remember, you're always going to start low. And that starts the conversation with your partner. I'm going to get to your question, Henry, just hold on. If you bid 1 heart or 1 spade, for instance, I bid 1 spade. What that says to you, I have at least 12 points, I have at least 5 spades. And it's just as I said, the start of the conversation. If you don't have 5 hearts or 5 spades, then you look for your minors. And then there's rules for opening a minor. For today, we're just going to say you open your longest minor. Okay? If there's one that's longer than another, you open it. If they're equal, if you have 3 clubs and you have 3 diamonds, you open a club. If you have 4 clubs and 4 diamonds, we're going to open a diamond. But when I open a club, if I bid 1 club, I'm telling you 3 things. I'm saying, well, 4 things. If I open a club, I'm saying I have 12 points, I don't have 5 spades, I don't have 5 hearts or more, and I have at least 3 clubs. So your opening bid starts the conversation with your partner. We can also open no trump, but let's not think about that for right now. Let's concentrate on just opening a suit bid, okay? So, shuffle the cards, deal them out. Whoever deals has the first opportunity to bid. Henry, what was your question? Henry, partner can do to talk back to you. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 hands, 2 dealt hands like this, okay? So y'all listen to me. What we're going to do is we're going to go around the table. Whoever dealt, what I want you to do is count your points and decide what your opening bid is going to be, right? Then I want you to put your hand, only your hand, face up on the table and say, I have X amount of points, I'm going to make this bid. And explain your bid, okay? But let everybody see it. And then I want the next person to say, well, if I had dealt the cards, I have this many points and I would have bid this. That way we get 4 practices for opening the bidding with only dealing 1 time, right? And then we're going to do that again. When everybody is comfortable with the opening bid, then we're going to talk about how you tell partner what you have. All right? So whoever dealt the cards, you can go ahead and think about your hand. Now, I don't want y'all jumping in when somebody shows you the hand and say, oh, he's going to open the club when he hadn't had time to think about it yet, right? Everybody gets to think about what their bid's going to be before everyone else jumps in. Okay? So let's go. Who dealt? Rule about opening bidding is if you have 2 5-card suits, you open the highest in rank first. You can remember that, high 5. If you have 2 5-card suits, you open the highest in rank first. So if you had 5 spades and 5 hearts, you would bid 1 spade. Because spades are higher in rank than hearts, right? If you had 5 diamonds and 5 clubs, diamonds, you'd open 1 diamond. Your 5-5 always open the highest in rank first. One way you can remember the rule about opening a minor. I said if you had 3 clubs and 3 diamonds that you would open a club. How many petals are on a club? 3. Right? And if you had 4 diamonds and 4 clubs, what would you open? Anybody remember? A diamond. You can remember that because there's 4 points on the diamond. So high 5, but if you're opening a minor, if you're 4 diamonds and 4 clubs, open the diamond. You can remember that because there's 4 points on the diamond. If you have 3 clubs and 3 diamonds, open a club because there's 3 petals on a club. Those rules are there for a purpose, a reason. It has to do with the later bids you make and what you're telling partner about your hand. But for right now, you just have to trust me on it. You just have to memorize them. There's some things, unfortunately, that you just have to memorize. But they're there for a reason. All right. Everybody understands the rule about opening the bidding, right? So the rule is, first thing is, just to recap, do I have 12 points? If the answer to that is yes, then I say, do I have 5 hearts or do I have 5 spades? If I do, then I'm going to open my 5-card major. I'm going to bid either 1 heart or 1 spade. If I don't, now I'm going to look for my minor suits. I'm going to open my longest minor. If I have equal length in the minors, 3 clubs and 3 diamonds, I'm going to open a club. 4 clubs and 4 diamonds, I'm going to open a diamond. And that's just the rule. Just have to memorize it. Now the good news is that after your partner, and not an opponent, okay? After your partner opens the bidding, their partner becomes the responder. And for the responder to bid, you only have to have 6 points. Yay! Okay, now let me tell you one more thing. After somebody opens the bidding, for instance, if Lily Francis opened the bidding, that bidding is open for the table. She doesn't open just for her side. You can't then be the opening bidder. She opens the bidding's open. So you're not the opening bidder. And the rules for this person are different. One of the things that's hard about bridge, y'all, is because there's one set of rules for opener. There's one set of rules for responder. After somebody opens the bidding, guess what? This person's called overcaller. He has his own set of rules and a different set of rules for his part. So you have to keep in your head who you are. If your partner opens the bidding, if you open the bidding, you're opener. Once your partner opens the bidding, you're a responder. And you have a different set of rules as responder. The rules for responder are on these sheets. Which, did we hand these out? Yes.
Does everybody have rules for responding?
So guys, when you have a bid, and it goes pass, pass, pass. Okay, so when you have somebody bids and it goes pass, 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 that last bid that was down is your contract. That tells you what trumps are and it tells you how many tricks you need. Whatever the last bid was, that's your trump suit. If it's like 2, then you have to take book, which is 6 plus 2. So I'm going to take 8 tricks with this suit as trumps. The person who bid the suit first is declarer. Their partner is dummy. And the opening lead's on the left. So y'all walk them through that when you get 3 passes. How many tricks they need to take, what trumps are, who dummy is, who makes the opening lead. So there's a tendency when you first start learning bridge is one of the things that happens is You have to learn so much stuff at the very beginning that many times it's just kind of all muddled up in your mind, and you might leave the first and second class going, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get this, it's just too much. That's really normal, y'all, okay? Don't think if you think that, oh, there's so much to learn, I haven't learned anything, that puts you somehow behind everybody else. That's a really, really common way to feel when you first start learning tricks. Everybody feels that way when they first start. So you're right in the same boat with everybody else if you're feeling a little overwhelmed. But look at all the things that you learned just today, okay? We learned what a trick was, right? The 4 cards that get played. You learned how you turn the cards duplicate style to keep up with them. You learned about the first person, the person who won a trick would be the person to lead to the next trick, right? We learned about no trump, which is when just high card wins. Right? We learned about trumps, what a trump was, and how a trump can win a trick. We learned about declarer. Declarer is the person who is the one that is physically in charge of playing the cards, the person who named trumps first. Dummy, partners, declarer's partner is dummy, and all their cards go face up on the table with trumps on the right if there's a trump suit. You learned that the person across the table from you is your partner, and the people to either side of you are your opponents. We learned about high card points, which are the points that are assigned to the honor cards. Aces, kings, queens, and jacks. Ace is 4, king is 3, queen is 2, jack is 1. We learned a little bit about scoring. We learned the trick score for the different suits. Hearts and spades, 30 points for every trick above book. Y'all remember book? That's the first 6 tricks. Right, very good, whoever said that. Diamonds and clubs, you only get 20 points. No trump, you get 40 points for the first trick and 30 points for every trick after that. So what's the major thing? What's the thing that we want to find out? Right away, we want to find out if we can play in a major suit, right? Because we get more points. We talked about getting a game bonus, which means if you bid high, if your risk going higher, you get that 300 or 400, 500 point bonus for taking the risk of going higher. We talked about the person who makes the opening bid, and that their partner then becomes the responder. Opener has to have how many points to open? 12. And if your partner opens, then you're a responder, and you only have to have 6 points. First thing as opener, what's the first thing that you look for after you see that you got 12 points? Major suit. How many cards do you need to open in a major suit? Cards. 5, right. And in a minor suit, how many cards do you promise if you open in a minor suit? 3. Gosh, see? You learned so much already. So those, if you think about it, you know, if you add all of that up, that's an awful lot to take in one day and kind of learn. Yes, you don't know all of the rules yet. You don't know all of the rules for responding. We haven't even talked about what overcaller can do. We haven't really talked that much about how you play the hands out and things like that.